Hello, my name is Ben from Ukulele Road Trips and welcome to this tutorial for the anthem of ukulele rocks. And it's actually called Rocks! Rocks! Yeah, yes, that happened. That happened actually in 2015 when I was in Bulgaria. That's a song I wrote on my adventures Ukulele Road Trips. And yes, it is the anthem of ukulele rocks. It's just most ukulele players don't know yet. But that will happen. And now you can play it because I'm doing a tutorial for it. There you go. So you've heard how it sounds. It's quite interesting to have a look at it because there's this rhythmical sort of riff that is actually fairly straightforward when you have a look at the chords, but that becomes a bit complex when you have to sing on top of a very strict rhythmical pattern. So let's have a quick look at the chords that we need for this song. By the way, know that you can download in the description the worksheet where there's the rhythm, the chords, the lyrics, the tabs with the solo. We're going to have a look at the solo at the very end. Anyway, for now, chords time. Pretty straightforward. C, these rocks ain't rolling. G, A minor, E minor, F, they ain't no C. Rolling Stones, G, and D minor 7, and G sus4. Now, you might know most of these. E minor, make sure that all the strings ring nicely. 3, 2, 4, 3, 2 here on the three last strings. The F, you know. To go from F to D minor is quite simple because you have to add your fourth finger here and your little finger on the third fret of the very last string, and that's a D minor. We're going to need that in the bridge. And G sus4, basically just play a G, don't try and move about too much, it's just a G, and you add your little finger and you leave the G in place. That's the trick with the G sus4, you have a G always in place underneath. So G sus4, G sus4, G, and all I'm doing is moving the little finger over there. Right, let's dive straight into the rhythmical pattern now, because most of the song is actually sang on top of this constant strumming. So you can see the chords are here: C, G, A minor, E minor, F, C, G, sus4, and G. And that over and over again. Now, there's a way to play it. We have to have a look at the rhythm and understand what's happening rhythmically. So the beat is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So you can see each set of 4 beats, each beat is a black dot over here. And the strums, it's all down strums, no up strums at all in this song. All these down strums are falling, you can see. So the first one, there's one black dot, one beat, and it's turn up, 2, 3, turn up, 2, 3, turn up. So that's the 2 first lines, just so you understand how this is working out. So each black dot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and the third line. And on the last one, the very last one, either you can strum a chord or you can say rocks like this. You have to do that anyway in the chorus. So that's how it's working with the strums. Now we'll have a look at the chords. And the chords are here, so you can see that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, 2, 3, down, 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 2, 3, down, down, F, 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 C, C, G sus4, G, C. So I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, which are each of the black dots, and play it quite slowly for you, and it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rocks! And once you understand that, you practice that a bit, you speed it up, it'll sound like this. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rocks! 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, ready for 4. 1, 2, 3. And that's rocks for you. So once you've got that sorted, the lyrics fall on top of these chords. So you just have to learn how to keep this going and singing at the same time. It's actually quite tricky, but it sounds like this, you see? These rocks ain't rolling. They ain't no rolling stones. These rocks ain't stumbling. They ain't no skulls and bones. Rocks, millenniums have passed before them. Humans strive throughout the ages. Love and war, women and men. They disappear. The Guns and Roses. Back to chorus. These rocks ain't. There you go. So that's how it's happening. Just a small note is actually, this song is written about these huge rocks in the middle of Bulgaria in a place called Bilogradchik. And millenniums have indeed passed before them. And so many things had happened there up on this hill, sort of wars, convents had been built, defenses, sieges, battles. So all these things happen in the rocks. They just stand there and look at all of this happen throughout the centuries. And they're like, wow. And they just keep on rocking. I mean, keep on being rocks anyway. So that's what the song is inspired by. Now, just a little word on how I'm strumming this, because I would normally strum this with my 3 fingers here. Ow. Ow. But I've hurt myself on these 2, actually. No, wait, these 2. Which one is it? No, this doesn't hurt. Oh, ow, yes. The middle one and my thumb. So I'm strumming either with my thumb on this side or my index today. But you can strum it however you want. I would suggest going with sort of the 3 main fingers. Ow, 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 like this. But don't hurt yourself doing it. Make sure you feel fine. But that's not all there is in the song. There's also a bridge, and it's like this. It's with a D-7. And all that you do here is you just strum down twice per beat, like this. And it's on D-7, C, G sus4, G, and 4 beats per chord. Many souls had histories of their own. Through this fresh air, many flags have flown. So when you arrive on the G, which is the last chord of those 4 chords, you can actually lift up your middle finger and play around with this, so it adds something a bit to the song. Do it however you prefer, really. Though castles and convents had here their home, or made here their home. Anyway, the rocks look over them and still, but still rock on. And then back to the riff. Right, well, with all these elements, then you're set to play the whole song, which will definitely be easier if you've also listened to the original beforehand. These rocks ain't rolling. They ain't no rolling stones. Rocks! Just so you know, the original isn't exactly in C, because I was tuning my little blue ukulele a bit higher at that point when I was very high up in the mountains. It has to do with air pressure, I think. And that's why it's sort of in a C sharp. Anyway, at one point, there's a little solo, and we're going to learn to play it. It sounds like this. Well, what you just heard is a ukulele. It is. But it's actually ramped up with some distortion to make it sound like a big live stage electric guitar for a huge crowd. I was playing for a crowd of rocks, but yeah, you can learn to play this too, and for bigger audiences if you like. So what you just heard sounds like this when played on a little soprano without distortion. and then back to. And the solo, of course, fits on top of one of those bars that we've practiced. So that's your Rocks ukulele anthem for you. Have fun with this. You can strum it with whole groups of ukulele players march down the street singing rocks. So feel free to tell me how you're doing along with this rockin' in the comments, and I'll see you soon for new tutorials and adventures also on the website. Bye bye.